Let's talk about a cheap budget level AR-15 that unfortunately is not being made anymore. And that is this, the Anderson AM-15 rifle. This rifle's been out for a while and it has come in various configurations from Anderson Manufacturing. Everybody knows about the Poverty Pony, right? Well, Anderson Manufacturing is no longer a thing. They are out of business, which is unfortunate. But the rifles you can still find new and they're dwindling pretty rapidly. I actually had a choice between this and a Radical. Now, the reason I picked this over the Radical is I actually was going to pick the Radical. And the reasoning was, well, Anderson's out of business and, you know, the Radical seems to be more of the rage these days. So for a budget price rifle, why not go for the Radical? Well, I picked up the Radical AR-15 and the A2 flash hider on there was timed completely wonky from the factory. The blank, instead of being on the bottom and the ports on the side and facing up were that nice good 12 o'clock timing, it was kind of timed to the 9 o'clock. So whoever spun it just spun it on and just wrenched it on, didn't bother timing the thing. And it wasn't just on one of them. There were multiple Radical Arms AR-15 sitting in the rack, so I looked at all of them and they were all timed wrong. So right off that observation, I said, nope, we're not going to do it. So, Anderson it was. And I'm glad I picked the Anderson. This is, I think, one of their last configurations of the AM-15 that they're making. I know they had various configurations. This is just a standard 16-inch gun that has carbine length gas on it, and it has a nice long 15-inch handguard, which I like the looks of the handguard. They took out the rail portion on the top here, which is a common thing. They do on a lot of different models. And so that we have a nice slim grip to it. But overall, the gun was built pretty good, especially for the cheap price. This is about the same price that you would find Bear Creek Arsenal stuff, Radical Arms, the budget-priced Androcore rifle is about the same price. So that's kind of their competition, or it was their competition, but they're out of business now. So this rifle, of course, only came with A2 style stuff on it. I put my own Magpul stock grip. I have Magpul covers right here, Magpul sling, Magpul sling mount, Magpul rail section. You kind of see the theme that I went with this. I just went with some budget Magpul stuff. This is an off-brand light that looks like a Surefire, but it is not a Surefire. Then I have my Harris Ultralight on here, and then Guntech Industries blast forwarding device, which I could spin off. If I just wanted to have kind of like that muzzle brake, I could do so. So this rifle, some key things when I looked at it, I mean, of course, the outside looked pretty good. There's not really much play between the upper and lower at all. So the machine work is good. The handguard, very well done as far as machine work. Everything was tight on the bolts for the handguard. The gas block up here, the carbine length gas block, was nice and tight, nice and straight. Everything's good there. Barrel seems to be, it's just a basic barrel, but it seems to be good enough quality. It is a 1 1/8 twist, 5.56 NATO barrel. And, you know, I was kind of impressed with the machine work. They didn't stake the castle nut, which is no surprise. Most budget AR-15 companies don't. So I staked it myself. The gas tube, or excuse me, the buffer tube and everything looked good. The safety and everything, nice and solid function on the safety. Same with the magazine release, the bolt lock, bolt release, everything's good there. No issues at all. The bolt itself, pretty good quality for just a basic Anderson bolt. It looks like to have grade 8 gas carriers fasteners in there, and they look to be staked decent. They weren't staked as deep as they could have been, but it still works. It's still perfectly serviceable. Now, the shootability of this rifle. This rifle is it's decently balanced. It's a pretty lightweight rifle. I do have a little bit of weight on it right now, but it's still pretty balanced. The trigger, standard mil-spec style trigger, but what they did, and that's what I liked about Anderson, is this, you can see the trigger is a little bit different. It has more of a flat face on it, a wider flat face, so it feels a little bit better when you're squeezing it. Still, the brake is about the same as a mil-spec trigger. Just feels a little bit different, a little bit better with that wide face, and the reset's the same. That nice tactile reset that we all know from a standard basic AR-15. The Action on this, it's not the smoothest action in the world. You could probably hear that. Probably hear the twang as well. It's just a budget rifle, but it shoots. And it shoots pretty decently. The gun, gotta love the 10-round magazines, right? The gun itself is accurate. It's an accurate gun, and it's about a 2 to 3 MOA gun. It's nothing really special. I probably could coax some more accuracy out of it with the right rounds. The recoil, it's a flat recoiling gun, no issues there. It's reliable. It is a little bit overgassed like most budget guns are. So you're going to get that ejection out at about 1 o'clock typically, especially when you're shooting 5.56. When you're shooting lower pressure 2.23, then you might get ejection out to the 2, 3 o'clock position, maybe to the 4 o'clock. Just depends on your load. The ejection pattern is just kind of all over the place, just depending on what you got, which is no surprise with budget guns. They make them the best they can to just pump out a lot of them, and so that way they'll shoot, so they're not going to be tuned. That's something, if you want a tuned gun, you're going to have to do that yourself. But anyway, just wanted to show that to you guys, just a basic gun. I'm really pleased with it. There'll be more videos to follow on this guy as I take it out and shoot it. So let me know what you guys think about Anderson and your experiences.